What's up, guys? And we already know no girl watches these videos. But what's up? We got a Sunny V2 video. The vegan TikToker who's worse than the vegan teacher. I don't think anybody could be the worst than the vegan teacher. Like, that bitch was crazy. But let's go ahead and find out.
He thinks walking your dog is animal abuse has been.
But dogs enjoy being walked. Doesn't dogs enjoy being walked? Hello, guys. Do you have a dog? Does your dog enjoy being walked? Is that animal abuse? Ask your dog. Do I abuse you when I walk you?
On the news for calling horses slaves and believes it's.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Okay fighting butchers, service workers, and even children at their birthday party. The government has banned her from living in her hometown, and her first viral video will start to show you why.
W government, fuck that girl.
The event scene behind her is the Million Paws Walk, where families meet to walk their dogs together and help raise funds for animals in need.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, Vegan Booty called the event
the most violent thing that you could ever participate in.
Protest.
I mean, cockfights are pretty violent if you think about it. I feel like that's one of the most violent things you can ever participate in terms of animals, that is. Cockfights, you have like canine fights, anything that involves pitting two animals together for the enjoyment of humans. I feel like that's better, that's worse than walking dogs for charity. I feel
every
like
animal should be treated the way that dogs are.
Why would you love one but pay for the suffering and abuse of other animals? Pigs are in fact more intelligent than dogs.
Hypocritically, however,
what does that have to do with pigs? What is this?
However, Vegan Booty owned a dog herself, which she tied to a leash and used it to pull her while she skated. It's pretty funny how you.
Wow, the hypocrisy,
protesting, yet you have a dog pulling you. Pretty hypocritical, and the hypocrisy didn't stop there, because Vegan Booty then showed up at a charity football match, disrupting 35,000 spectators because she thought her cause was way more important. In a satisfying turn of events, she was fined $1,800 for the stunt, yet this wasn't too expensive for the exposure it provided.
Oh, I guess you can't put a price on exposure, I guess, but like, people always say no, all publicity is good publicity, but I don't think so. Like, sometimes if it gets people to really hate you, like, she's banned from her hometown. But I don't really know the full story on that, right? Because yeah, but still, that's pretty bad.
Would you do it all again?
Yes, 100%.
And especially since most of the things she talk, like, it don't make no sense with some of the things that she talk, because, like, bro, what do you mean? Walking your dog is not animal abuse. Dogs enjoy being walked. I'm pretty sure that will be one of the least dumbest shit she said in this entire video.
At around the same time, Isaac Butterfield was going viral for his anti-vegan videos, featuring Tash in the worst vegans on TikTok.
Why is your name Vegan Booty when you're running around with that? Change your name to Vegan Pancake Ass.
I was wondering too, because like she doesn't have really that great of a booty.
Let us all get on with our lives.
This gave Tash a chance to respond, although she was met with a brutal dislike ratio as Isaac's audience offered their very first downvote. He'd therefore slam Vegan Booty again.
Meat's amazing.
And it's funny, like, look at the views. Fuck, how do you go back again? Damn it, I went too far.
First downvote. He'd therefore slam Vegan.
Alright, look at the views. 862 blah blah 809k. Like, bro, destroyed.
Vegan Booty again.
Destroyed. Meat's amazing, it's
even
delicious.
in the same ballpark.
And guess what, bitch? I'm gonna have a big dirty steak for dinner.
And to make it worse, like, the video didn't even get any more views after he called out the video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people go back to see, like, oh yeah, what did she say? And that video still doesn't have that much views. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
I hope you enjoy your broccoli, you tiny little child.
Yet with comments such as who else came from Isaac's channel, this was only helping Vegan Booty grow.
Oh.
She'd use her newly...
Yeah, that's it. I'm saying that's what...
found fame to launch a vegan clothing company, spoofing the Anti-Social Social Club to instead read Anti-Animal Cruelty Club. Well, Isaac then launched his own anti-vegan social club, leading Vegan Booty to call in heavy reinforcements.
I love the trolling. I love the trolling.
She'd discuss is Isaac Butterfield's anti-vegan club responsible for this vegan phobia with
What fucking vegan phobia? How is that even a word? What is vegan phobia? Please, someone enlighten me. Is it the fear of vegans? Huh?
no one other than that vegan teacher.
He literally has shirts made that say anti-vegan club.
The pair
Who
became
this bitch is hot. Sorry.
so close that they'd call each other family.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hello. Hey, Mom. How you going?
However, it was obvious Vegan Booty was the crazier of the two. She
I mean, if they are related, they're not related. But I mean, the daughter is more crazy than the mom. That makes more sense.
began infiltrating supermarkets wearing an animal onesie before standing in the milk section, dissuading shoppers from their purchase.
Bro, the way I just directly go in for an entire loop and I read the sign and buy the milk.
For obvious
What is
reasons,
this,
staff weren't too happy about this, and even after being ejected, she still yelled outside the store.
Her babies are taken away from her straight after birth, and her sons are murdered.
As a result, Tash was permanently banned from Australia's two main supermarkets, yet this didn't stop her protest.
Why is she so happy about this? What if she lives in Australia? What if they decide to just ban her passport so she can't leave and ban her from other? I don't think they'll do
As
that.
Vegan Booty
Maybe
would
they
only
will.
get worse.
Let's see what happens.
She'd show up at McDonald's in a much more detailed costume,
Ha!
being kicked out not by staff, but instead this time police.
Well, this immediately, like, did she not even get a chance to get in? Because, like, the man didn't
Hilariously,
buy,
this
like,
guy
black
began
eye.
his own protest, countering her with a legendary sign. In Vegan Booty's next stunt,
Oh my
she walked
God.
into KFC and poured orange paint everywhere while blasting
And that's just so annoying because you know the workers have to go and clean that shit, bro. Like, oh my god. That's so fucking annoying. The workers have to go and clean that shit. She doesn't have to do anything. She's doing all of this for fucking exposure or whatever for her cause. But all this is doing is making people hate her cause and giving like these low minimum wage workers already more work to fucking do. Like, bro, I hate people like this. It's so annoying.
animal noises for over 15 minutes. Not gonna lie, but you're incredibly selfish to the people that work at that place. All they're trying to do is do their job. I feel so sorry for the workers.
Exactly, like no one is going to feel sorry for animals at that point. Because, well, yeah, no one, they're going to just be annoyed. It won't help your cause. It's making your cause harder to agree with.
While even other vegans called Vegan Booty out.
She is
And also she makes the vegan community look bad, as you can probably tell.
giving veganism a bad name.
People wrote about Tasha's public stunts. Instead of promoting vegans, you kind of just embarrassed them,
Exactly.
and nothing showed this better than her children's party meltdown. These two horses were clearly very well looked after.
Yeah,
and
like,
were waiting-
like, you think a normal person could just go and tie those things on a horse? No, these are taking care of horses. They are so comfortable in where they are right now. They're not like nothing. They're
Outside
chilling.
a family-
Like a kid could just go touch them right now and they won't move.
festival so kids could take a picture. Well, of course, Vegan Booty somehow thought it was abuse.
This flat body girl, what China?
I just want to know who the slave owner is. Okay, that's disgusting. This is animal abuse. You know what's disgusting? Your arms hanging out of your shoulder.
Yeah, right. Right, it's not even a good ass.
She tried and failed to make any decent
look at it.
points.
Look at that flat. Look at the pancake. Look at that shit. And why is it? Why the flat ass girls them always want to wear booty shorts? You need a booty to wear booty shorts. You can't have an extended back wearing a booty shorts, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Would you be happy?
Although Vegan Booty wasn't finished there. She'd then go into the festival to find the horses again, disrupting all photos by making a public announcement.
These innocent beings are no different to our beloved dogs and cats.
Who's even videoing this?
so much stress.
This awesome dad then quickly stopped their antics.
Yeah. I was literally wondering who was videoing this. Why? So you see, she's literally doing this for she's stunt publicity. She's just doing it for exposure because she has the cameraman there, or woman. She had the camera person there just videoing it. Why?
No, we'll just keep walking that way then.
Oh, it's a dude.
Keep walking that way.
And
No,
thankfully,
it's a
police
dude.
were there to intervene. After posting her video to TikTok, Tash again made national news, in which they'd interview the horse's owner.
Meg Freeman owns the pony
$20. Like, I'm betting anything this just increased their porn business.
business. She says she's being bombarded with abuse by vegan protesters. Meg Freeman wants her charged.
They're like terrorists. They're not going to go away.
Well, only 1 week later, Vegan Booty announced, "I'll be going to court on the 13th of May.
Good. W.
As I received a summons for a restraining order from the owner of ponies for all occasions. Those who dislike me are triggered because I've made them realize that they're animal abusers."
No, who dislike you aren't triggered because of that. Because they dislike you because you're an idiot. Because you're an asshole. Because you are retarded. You're a retard.
What I'm going through right now isn't a loss. It only means we're winning.
I'm always a non-violent protester and I never harass anyone.
I never harass any bitch. You harass even the animals at this point probably feel harassed by you.
I don't even think the vegan teacher is this crazy. This girl is making vegan teacher seem like an angel. At least the vegan teacher didn't have her own number plates, as this made Vegan Booty foolishly recognizable.
Idiot.
Meat and cheese smeared.
You're dumb. Why would you put a target? You're already putting the target on your back by being a fucking spectacle. Why would you let them know how to find you, or like the easiest way to find you? Are you stupid?
Across her family's car. Vegan activist Tash Peterson says this cruel joke crosses the line.
Yeah, that crosses the line, but you spraying the paint on the thing on the floor for the workers to clean up, that's normal. That's just you
recognized her
fighting.
car, then threw meat bones on her driveway, yet trolls weren't the only people who showed up at her house.
I've woken up once again to the police knocking at my door. So I've been issued with another barring notice.
Nice.
Controversial vegan activist is banned from every pub in her state after becoming notorious for wild stunts where she screams at innocent families.
Are you telling me that they decided like, yo, we've seen this video, we don't want this bitch near any of our pubs, we're just gonna ban her from every pub, bro? Smart move. No lies.
Anything that sells alcohol, I'm not allowed into.
Nice.
A penalty of $10,000 applies if I break this barring notice.
The ban had come after another disgusting protest.
Shooting man is 30,000 shots every hour! Animal abusers! Animal abusers! Animal abusers!
Yet Vegan Booty was still convinced.
What the fuck is wrong with this girl? Like, she's just walking there screaming animal abusers. What? Oh my god.
That she'd done nothing wrong.
I don't really have a right to freedom of speech here in Australia. It's honestly pretty corrupt, if you ask me.
Even if you were in America, I don't think anybody would put up with this shit, bro. Come on, be for fucking real. What you're doing is, you call it a peaceful protest, sure. You're not like fighting or kicking, or you're just shouting. But that's really annoying, and no one needs to be hearing that when they're trying to just enjoy their fucking food, especially in private property. You get what I'm saying?
Freedom of speech is just going to a restaurant and screaming like a lunatic about murder. There is a difference between speech and screaming. Your freedom of speech, our freedom to eat meat. Goodbye.
Exactly, and like, that's another thing. People, she wants people to stop eating animals and like have her freedom of speech and blah blah blah. But when people are just like enjoying themselves, it's a problem for her. Like, freedom for me, but not for them.
She'd therefore leave Perth and spend a month protesting in Melbourne, but when she tried to fly back home, the government said she couldn't return.
The Australian police have banned me from entering into my own city.
No.
If I choose to fly home, I could face a 1-year imprisonment.
Good. That's good. Get the fuck out.
Her application was rejected based on her statements made in public, and after eventually having the rejection overturned, you will not believe how awful she became. She'd go back to harassing the innocent pony business.
The one that they have a restraining order against.
before trying to ruin the life of a hard-working chef. John Mountain owns Fire Restaurant in northern Perth, where on one unassuming night, a diner
not related to Fire Festival
made a complaint about the lack of vegan options on the menu and was charged $32 for vegetables. Well, rather than bending the knee, John instead stated it is not a vegan restaurant, and if customers want vegan options, they should go elsewhere.
And what's wrong with that? Could someone tell me what's wrong with that? We have Mexican restaurants, Chinese restaurants, Asian restaurants, blah 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 shit. You have a restaurant, different cuisines for different types of places. But what's wrong with not having vegan options in a restaurant that isn't vegan? What's wrong with that?
Announcing on their Facebook page, sadly all vegans are now banned from Fire for mental health reasons. We thank you for your understanding.
Base decision. Yes. Fuck. Well, no, not all vegans. But you need to understand, like, not everywhere. You don't need to eat at this place. If they don't have the food that you like, eat somewhere else. You don't have to complain at the go and complain at the place. That makes no fucking sense. You don't.
Ending.
All vegans are banned. End of. No more. Never again.
Yeah.
God help them.
Everybody loved the chef's bold move. Well, except for one person known as Vegan Booty. She showed up at the restaurant.
But think about it, right? Think about it. Why is she fighting that hard?
Not just once, but twice. Blasted.
This girl is fucking crazy. But think about it, right? You are the vegetarian. You're eating the food that other herbivores eat. So you're taking their food away, for one. And plants are alive, by the way. So it's not blood, but you have something. You have life in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? You're eating alive things. Plants are alive. They breathe. They photosynthesize.
Dying animal noises even after being ejected. Having disrupted his business multiple times, the chef understandably lost it, yet still took responsibility for the damage Tash had done.
And I'm sorry to say, Layla, I lost my cool, and I lost my cool because now
this is probably who's always with her. This little bitch here. He's the one who.
It's really disrupting my business, and I could see the look on my customers' faces, my staff. They were all a little scared and a bit nervous, and I stormed out.
Sadly for Vegan Booty, however, her
you see, this is counter activism, right? Counter productive to her whole activism, because the places that she harasses only get more popular.
Activism exploded the restaurant's popularity.
So far as my business is concerned, I've trebled my income. I'm now, in her words, having to murder more animals because of their actions.
Unfortunately, there was a bit of a trade-off.
I lost my partner because of this. I thought I was going to marry this woman, and she just couldn't handle the amount of attention. She's a very private person.
Yet this wasn't the only marriage that
Tash's
TikToks ruined. Her next target was, get this.
I mean, that's sad, yeah, but like if she left you, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yes, the Bicton Veterinary Clinic, a business literally designed to help unwell animals, and Vegan Booty lost it over budgies out the front.
You're the type of vets that eat your own patients, are you?
Yeah, I do eat meat, but I don't eat dogs and I don't eat cats, and I don't appreciate you pushing your agenda on my personal.
You tell her,
I don't appreciate you enslaving animals.
I have a dog in a cage out the back at the moment receiving treatment. Am I enslaving it?
Although it seems for
the vet, like when she heard her the first time, she already snapped because she realized who. Maybe she doesn't realize who she is, but she realized the type of person that she is. She also probably knows who she is because she's an annoying little bitch, but still.
The first time ever, Vegan Booty is actually facing consequences. Nice. Defamation action against Miss Tash Peterson, 17,700 raised. The vet was announcing, we are launching a civil action in the Supreme Court of Western Australia, which has conveniently been running over the last 2 months. The trial has revealed that Vegan Booty hasn't only falsified her taxable income, but she's also been...
How did she earn that much money? From what? Does she have an OnlyFans? Is that what she's... What? Oh wait, YouTube.
able to ruin another marriage. This might explain why Fire is also suing Tash.
This is going to teach her a lesson. If she's fined that amount of money, she's going to think twice.
And while she's always stated,
I actually measure my own success by the amount of haters and criticism that I have.
It seems penalty after penalty is finally
I was right. This is a little bitch that's always with her.
Taking its toll. Her public nuisance stunts are becoming far less frequent, as most of her content now focuses on street interviews.
Do you have a moral justification for animal abuse?
Yummy.
Vegan Booty will likely never change, but maybe she's reached a decent middle ground that's respectful not just to animals, but people's lives as
I don't feel like it's respectful to people's lives. I don't watch her content, by the way, but I feel like she just crashes out. But whatever, she probably just did this like in the interim for like fame and like get her name out there, and then she could switch her content because people now watch her. I don't know. I mean, that actually sounds like a good idea. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. I don't really have much to say about this. She's a really crazy bitch. They said she's okay now. Whatever, man. Crazy bitches will all be crazy bitches. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and I will see you guys in the next video.